come here on different ships, but we're in the same boat now. Sing it with us. We may have come here on different ships, but we're in the same boat now. Sing it again now.
You've already gotten a sneak peek of Magpie, but before I bring them back on to do their own set, I just want to mention a couple of quick things. First off, I just want to make sure you all pay attention to this beautiful program, because Lena Markley, who's not here tonight, Dovetail Design, just did a great job with the logo and all of the graphics, and there's a lot of information on here. I want to encourage you to post, tweet, live stream, Instagram, whatever social media, and the hashtag is the same for all of them, hashtag UnNaugural, and that has 2 N's in it, UNNAUGURAL. I'm going to take the prerogative for a moment as I'm introducing Magpie to mention that part of I think maybe you guys know, so I'm very proud to be the senator for Gaithersburg and Rockville. And thank you. Thank you. And we are just starting our 90-day session, and it is crazy in election year. I'm going to be introducing a bunch of our candidates and elected officials right before the break, so you have an opportunity to chat with them at intermission. But this is an election year, and among the issues that are among the highest level of concern, I think, for many of us, is the environment, is our planet's future. How many of you believe that climate change actually exists? Right? So one of the causes back there is the Chesapeake Climate Action Network, and last year we supported the League of Conservation Voters. We all have a responsibility to do our part as citizens, as activists, as residents of this planet. And Magpie does more than their part. They've been together. Greg Artzner and Terry Leonino are musical partners and marital partners, and they have been singing, playing, and loving music and loving each other for a very long time. They've been performing since 1973. They have traveled talking about fracking and mountaintop destruction and clean water and clean air and our wildlife, and they have inspired so many of us as they have educated and entertained us. So please join me in welcoming Magpie, Greg Artzner, Terry Leonino.
Thank you so much.
We were honored to be part of the Women's March and play for the marchers last year when they returned from their long march at one of the oldest Unitarian churches in D.C.
Okay.
And I'll tell you, that was one of the most moving marches. I love some of the signs. I understand that this year one of the signs says, "Let's grab them by the midterms."
I like that.
So this is the song that we got inspired to write for the women. It's called 10,000 Bridges.
I know you, sister, always ready to do your part. When I look into your eyes, I see your rebel heart. When you've seen their wrongs, you've always stood for right. I'm proud to walk beside you into this darkest night. Anger, fear, and hate cannot stop us now. We won't go back, and we will not allow. Each one of us here, each one stands for us all, to build 10,000 bridges, but not a single wall.
I know
you, brother, always ready to do your part. When I look into your eyes, I see your rebel heart.
When we've seen their wrongs, you've always stood for right. I'm proud to walk beside you into the morning light. Anger, fear, and hate cannot stop us now. We won't go back, that we will not allow. Each one of us here, each one stands for us all, to build 10,000 bridges, but not a single wall. They could not divide us as we reach across this land, for struggle forged and tried us into a chain of hand in hand. They cannot break our power, can't turn us around. We are the resistance, standing our ground. I know you, my people, will lift your voice and do your part. When I look into your eyes, I see my own rebel heart. When we've seen their wrongs, we've always stood for right. So proud to walk together into the morning light. Anger, fear, and hate cannot stop us now. We won't go back, that we will not allow. Each one of us here, each one stands for us all, to build 10,000 bridges, but not a single wall. To build 10,000 bridges, not a single wall. To build 10,000 bridges.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, this is the perfect time to actually introduce the third Magpie.
Oh, yes.
This is our dear, dear, dear friend who's on most of our CDs, Ralph Gordon. Would you welcome him? Don't you know the president? He truly is your friend. He'd never want to cause you any pain. There's just a few little things that he would like to know before we let you get aboard that plane. Don't you know the president is a reasonable man? He only wants to catch the bad guys and protect our land. He wants you to know you will never be alone. He'll always be there with you on your laptop or your phone. We're listening, yes, we are watching you. We may be out in cyberspace, but we know what you do, what websites that you visit, what you write and who you call.
We're getting ever bolder. We can look right over your shoulder. Yes, we can. We hear it all. When it comes to cyber terrorists, the president's got your back. He'll go toe-to-toe with all those bad computer hacks. Just count on him to get there first. No need to fuss or chitter. Your privacy is surely safe on Facebook and on Twitter. We're listening, yes, we are watching you. We may be out in cyberspace, we know what you do. What websites that you visit, what you write and who you call. If you're young or if you're older, we know what's in that folder. Yes, we do. We know it all. Now we all heard the president say, make no mistake, he'll defend the Constitution, whatever law he has to break. So get smart, my friends, you might need a silent cone. 'Cause look outside your window, that's no bird, why it's a drone. We're listening, yes, we are watching you. We may be out in cyberspace, but we know what you do. What websites that you visit, what you write and who you call. When your passions, they do smolder, when you cuddle, when you hold her, when you wooed her, when you rolled her. We know every word you told her, yes we do. We've seen it all. Now the president wants to reassure every one of us. There's no need to worry, there's no need to fuss. There is no spying program surveilling me and you. It's just your phone and laptop that we are looking through. We're listening, yes, we are watching you. We may be out in cyberspace, but we know what you do. What websites that you visit, what you write and who you call. If you are organizing, if your friends are organizing, if you're serious or jesting, if the war you are protesting, if your outrage is exploding, if your name is Eddie Snowden. No, we're not interfering, we're just seeing, we're just hearing, yes we can, we hear it all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well, a few years ago, we were invited by a friend of ours who was doing some legal work for the Diné, commonly known as the Navajo, and they'd come to Washington, D.C. to petition on behalf of their water supply, which was endangered by a little thing that since became very trendy around the United States, a little thing called fracking. And it's a real big problem for them because, of course, most of the land that they live on is, the rock underneath is radioactive. And if you mess up their water table, well, that's really, really a serious health issue. So we had dinner with them, and one of the elders leaned over to Terry and said, Terry, water is life. It's a little phrase that you've been hearing a lot over the last couple of years, isn't it?
So
It's the song that we wrote for them.
So help us sing it, because it sounds so much better with all your beautiful voices. And it's all you have to sing is water is life, water is life. Not hard at all.
Mother Ocean nourishes me
At full moonlight tide, at the edge of the sea, water is life.
Okay, here we go. Mother Ocean nourishes me at full moonlight tide at the edge of the sea. Water is life. Water is life.
That's your part.
Mother Ocean nourishes me at full moonlight tide at the edge of the sea. Water is life. Water is life.
Let's sing it a couple times.
Mother Ocean nourishes me at full moonlight tide. At the edge of the sea, water is life. Water is life. Mother Ocean nourishes me at full moonlight tide. At the edge of the sea, water is life. Water is life. Standing on this rocky shore, something holds my eye. On that perfect far distant line where water meets the sky. I don't need a mighty ship sailing across the sea. 4 fathoms deep within I know what you mean to me. Mother Ocean nourishes me at full moonlight tide. At the edge of the sea, water is life. Water is life. Mother Ocean nourishes me at full moonlight tide. At the edge of the sea, water is life. Water is life. Out on the wide Pacific under the sun's relentless glow, your waters rise up to the skies where western winds will blow. Those clouds enshroud my mountaintop, feed the forest with their rain. Then it runs down to the rivers and back home to you again. Mother Ocean nourishes me at full moonlight tide. At the edge of the sea, water is life. Water is life. Mother Ocean nourishes me moonlight tide. At the edge of the sea, water is life. Water is life. Mother Ocean nourishes me moonlight tide. At the edge of the sea, water is life. Water is life. Mother Ocean nourishes me moonlight tide. At the edge of the sea, water is life. Water is life. I'm gonna lay my body down on the salt sea sand and let the waves wash over me, the foam running through my hand. Mother Ocean nourishes me moonlight tide. At the edge of the sea, water is life. Water is life. Mother Ocean nourishes me at full moonlight tide. At the edge of the sea, water is life. Water is life. Now everything I am, everything I need, I know it's true, it comes from you. Water is the seed, little Mother Ocean planet. In a universe so wide, we've got to rise up like the moon and try to turn the tide. Mother Ocean nourishes me at full moonlight tide. At the edge of the sea, water is life. Water is life. Mother Ocean nourishes me at full moonlight tide. At the edge of the sea, water is life. 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 Water is life.
Thank you very much.
Well, you know, I am a survivor of Kent State, and we never say Kent without Jackson State because just a week after Kent State, Jackson State happened. And Greg and I have been back many times to Kent to sing for the anniversary, and for the 45th, we were honored to go back and sing the song that we wrote for Jackson State. Now, when you hear the chorus, We really hope you'll sing. A man named Gene Young was the one that inspired the words for the chorus. And he was the one at Jackson State when the 2 students were killed at Mississippi State, Jackson State College in Mississippi, that encouraged everybody to sit down so that no one else would be killed. This is called In the Mississippi Clay. We didn't come to fight here. We didn't come to burn. We came here to study. We came here to learn. Now more of our brothers are dying in your evil war. We're standing here to say we ain't gonna take it anymore.
But with one bottle crashing, shattering on the concrete ground, a lie was born of gunfire, of a sniper's sound. Then a hail of bullets, buckshot aimed low and high. It was the ones down on the ground, bound to bleed and die. Now every sister take a brother, every brother take her hand, and sit down on this bloody ground. For justice take our stand. With the white magnolias blooming on a sunny day in May, there's 2 more black bodies lying in the Mississippi clay.
Now the windows, they were shattered, curtains flapping in the air. Blood was splattered on the wall, there was crying everywhere. Hundreds of gunshots missed flesh and hit the wall, and left their speckled witness on Alexander Hall.
Then the cops stuffed their pockets with spent shells they had fired, and they made up stories, together they conspired. But no cop went to jail, no one served a single day, when they laid James and Philip in the Mississippi clay. Now every sister take a brother, every brother take her hand, and sit down on this hallowed ground. For justice take our stand. With the white magnolias blooming on a sunny day in May, there's 2 more black bodies lying in the Mississippi clay.
Night just like Kent and Berkeley and Orangeburg before. If you're a cop and take a life, justice is ignored. From the fights for freedom to the struggles to bring peace, you speak out at your peril when you face down the police.
So tell me now just what has changed here in this freedom land, when the killers dressed in uniforms don't even get a slap upon the hand. From Ferguson to New York to the streets of East LA, it's not so very far from the Mississippi clay. Now every sister take a brother, every brother take her hand, and march across this hallowed ground. For justice take our stand. From Sandra Bland to Tammy Rice to the death of Freddie Gray, it's not so very far from the Mississippi clay. No, it's not so very far from the Mississippi clay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, a few years back, at the time of another election, another debacle known as an election, we decided to learn this song because this issue came up a lot, in that campaign. And man, this issue is like a really hot one right now.
So this is a song written by our good friend Betsy Rose. And again, we want to thank you all for inviting us to be part of this event. We want to thank especially Cheryl Kagan. Could you give her a nice round of applause? And of course, all of you for coming out and helping with these wonderful organizations that we're funding tonight. And this song is called Same Boat Now. Now, we're going to sing it a little bit in Spanish as well as English, so please sing on the chorus. It's not hard at all. Some of us came here for freedom from hunger and from hate. Some of us came here to make it rich, and some of us came here in chains. We landed in your sweatshops, or we died on your new frontier. We pulled the cotton from the land that we watered with our tears. We may have come here on different ships, but we're in the same boat now. We may have come here on different ships, but we're in the same boat now. Sing it with us. We may have come here on different ships, but we're in the same boat now.
Sing it again now.
We may have come here on different ships, but we're in the same boat now. En español, hemos llegado en barcos diferentes, estamos en el mismo bote ahora. Hemos llegado en barcos diferentes, estamos en el mismo bote ahora. Some grew rich in toil and trade, some grew rich in vice. Some grew rich in power, and all of us paid the price. And in the name of progress, how we ground each other down. But no one is the winner when we're building on bloody ground. We may have come here on different ships, but we're in the same boat now. We may have come here on different ships, but we're in the same boat now. Hemos llegado en barcos diferentes, estamos en el mismo bote ahora. Hemos llegado en barcos diferentes, estamos en el mismo bote ahora. Women of all color, from every walk of life, we bore the hidden burdens of mothers, daughters, and wives. Hired when we're needed, sent home when the job runs down. But we're not waiting on the shore, but we're turning the boat around. We may have come here on different ships, but we're in the same boat now. We may have come here on different ships, but we're in the same boat now. Hemos llegado en barcos diferentes, estamos en el mismo bote ahora. Hemos llegado en barcos diferentes, estamos en el mismo bote ahora. We're people born of many shores, our journey's so entwined. But we'll be on a sinking ship if we leave anybody behind. Don't wanna be no melting pot, we're a rainbow family. It's gonna take everything we've got to set each other free. We may have come here on different ships, but we're in the same boat now. We may have come here on different ships, but we're in the same boat now.
Hemos llegado en barcos diferentes, estamos en el mismo bote ahora. Hemos llegado en barcos diferentes, estamos en el mismo bote ahora. We may have come here on different ships, but we're in the same boat now. We may have come here on different ships, but we're in the same boat. We're in the same boat. We're in the same boat now.
Ralph Gordon on bass, Greg Artzner, Terry Leonino, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Magpie.
Hemos llegado en barcos diferentes, estamos en el mismo bote ahora. Hemos llegado en barcos diferentes.